Call it what you call it. Pussy pum pum or vagina. Me love it forever. Coulda African girl, coulda white, coulda China. Matter if you young, and it no matter if you old. This are the greatest love story ever told. Jamaica, me love pussy forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. No man love pussy forever and ever.
I can really get behind this tune, Randy.
Yeah, it's something that I believe in for sure.
I relate to it. I don't want to say, you can hear what they're talking about. We don't have to repeat it.
Yeah, it's the good thing about music is you can really latch on to things that you agree with without having to be, you don't have to mention it in your everyday life. You just listen to a song you like, it represents you fully.
It's the universal language, is music.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Music tells 1,000 words.
Music, yeah, in a song, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you have a vagina, if you're pregnant, if you're pregnant, just tweet to me and I'll come and if you're pregnant and horny.
Yeah, no fatties though.
No fatties. You just
regular pregnant.
Regular pregnant.
Reg preg.
If you're a reg preg and you're horny and you want old BW to
top off the tank.
If you want old BW to top off your tank, just tweet to me at Brendon Walsh.
Yeah, only reg pregs though.
Only reg pregs, no fatties.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Randman, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
You look great.
In what way?
You just look great.
Thanks for the compliment, but like in what way?
Your skin is glowing.
Thank you.
You look you're just glowing.
Thank you. I've been taking oil baths.
What kind of oil? Like from the French fries at Burger King?
Similar type of oil. I don't get it from French
Cottonseed.
fries and the Burger King, but yeah, canola oil.
Yeah.
Vegetable oil.
And when you bathe in canola oil and vegetable oil, do you use soap too? Like you do it like a regular bath? You just like splash it on your face and
it's two separate things.
you rinse with oil?
Soap is what like breaks down oil.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say you're washing dishes and you have oil on a pan. You can't really get it off properly unless you use soap.
Yeah. And
same with like oil type spills on the beaches. The soap kind of breaks up the structure of it.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was get another bath, like a movable bath.
Right.
I take oil baths, and then after I made sure that I've dripped all the oil back in there, I then take a regular bath with soap.
So if you have water with oil on the surface and you drop some dish soap in there, the oil all separates.
It starts to kind of break apart. Yeah.
Now, if you're in a full bathtub full of oil, can you just keep putting soap on yourself until that creates just like a little pit where all the oil is kept at bay?
No, I think it would just kind of sit at the top of it. You would have to use as much soap as the amount of oil, or pretty close, you know what I mean? So I would have to, if I had a full bathtub full of oil, you can't put enough soap in there to neutralize it.
Okay.
And also I like to keep this oil and keep using it.
You can cook what?
You
French
could.
toast?
Sometimes I've been known to do that. Go back in there, take a ladle of it, and use it in dinner.
Yeah. Is it the same ladle that you use to like pour the water over your head or the oil over your head?
No, I don't use a ladle for that because that's a cooking tool.
Yeah.
I use like an old empty like yogurt container. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a big Greek yogurt container. I hold it from the side like I'm bailing. Like let's say my boat's sinking and I'm using that to bail.
But you're just bailing the oil back onto your head.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Everybody out there in podcast land, this is a new podcast by Bone Zone Incorporated. We're incorporated now.
Yeah.
We're
brand
business.
Brand new.
And this next episode. So first, fill up your bathtub with oil. Get in.
It's expensive, but you could, if you know you're going to keep doing it, you could sign up for a wholesale account. Yeah. And you can get larger amounts. Or shop at like a Costco or something like that.
Go to Costco and just get a few gallons of oil. Well, you probably need about 20, 30 gallons.
You're going to need a lot, yeah. You might want to sign up for a wholesale account.
And here's a tip too. Before you fill your get in your bathtub before you start putting the oil in, because there's going to be displacement. If you fill it up fully with oil and then you get in, you're going to spill oil all over your floor, and then everybody's going to slip after when they're going in to take a shit.
It's it can be very slippery. And make sure it's not hot oil, because you will actually cook yourself. You'll deep fry yourself if it's really hot.
Yeah,
So
and
if warm is
if
fine.
you do that, you can't sue us because Randy just told you not to.
Yeah. No candles. That is a fire hazard, especially with warm oil.
Yeah, don't light any candles when you're in your oil
Don't
bath.
smoke.
Don't smoke in there. Try not to pee when you're in there.
It'll be obvious when you're peeing.
Yeah,
because pee and oil completely separate. It'll look like a bottle of Wishbone Italian dressing.
Yeah, then you'll be in a pee wishbone
Vinaigrette.
Yeah, you'll be in a pisser-garette. But boy, you're in for a treat today. We have a brand new podcast. We bought all new equipment for it, and
starting fresh.
Fresh.
We should have done it right at the beginning of the new season.
Yeah,
a lot of teams, basketball teams and such, will get new sports equipment for each season,
new
jerseys, things like that. So we got some all brand new equipment. We threw the rest of it we threw it away. So
yeah, it's in the trash. It all works great.
Yeah,
and it's less than a year old, but we had to upgrade to the same exact equipment, but brand new.
Brand new. Some of the few things have different. The innards are the same. The outers, slightly different models.
Microphones still have the plastic on them, so if you can't hear us too good, that's a bonus, because then you know we're talking through new equipment.
Yeah.
So sit back and relax in your oil bath, and you're in for a treat. I don't know if I said that before.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them what they're in for, Ran?
You're in for a treat.
You're in for a treat. It's the new Bone Zone, all new for 2013. Coming at you. Reg Pregs, Brendon Walsh.
From teacher a youngster pussy and pum pum was me first grammar. Drop your drawers and turn round first dana. And this cocky a wet tougher than a roast hammer. Go ask every girl in a every go club. Them say me a them favorite customer.
I love with Dwight Yoakam, and remember when he's an actor.
Yeah,
he's a good actor.
What did he play? Like an abusive father in something.
He was in like some football movie.
He was in Stepfather.
Step Brothers. Yeah, he was one of the Step Brothers.
He was in the Stepfather 2. He was a bad stepdad.
I feel like there's another one.
He was in Crazy Heart, I think.
Wasn't he in like Friday Night Lights or something? The movie?
I never saw that. There's another one that he's in where he plays a real asshole. I think it was like his big debut, and it was like a big popular movie.
Yeah, he did. He does a good job acting.
I do a great job acting.
He's better than Dave Matthews.
You know who else does a great job acting as a singer?
Moshe Kasher.
Moshe Kasher and Queen Latifah.
Oh, she's a great actor.
She's great. Taxi.
Whenever you see Queen Latifah show up in a movie, you know you're in for a really good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Who else was there's another Common. Common was in a movie with Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Both of them singers and actors. Black, both of them.
Well, I don't know why you have to bring that up.
Just stating the obvious. They're black as shit, and they're good actors and singers.
Yep.
I worked at a bank in Philadelphia where I was a bill collector, and Queen Latifah had some outstanding accounts. I forget her real name.
Oh, nobody knows it.
I knew it. It was like Karen something.
Karen Latifah.
Karen Latifah.
It's got to be on fucking Wikipedia, I bet.
Yeah, I got a good 15 minutes before I die here.
Okay. Well, then we can...
We'll just count it down.
Well,
I'm allergic to cats. Hey, who is it? Your roommate's cat?
It's my girlfriend's
his
cat.
Girlfriend's stupid cat.
What's its name?
Prudence.
What?
Yeah.
Randy named it, though. Oh, her name is Dana Elaine Owens. Dana Owens.
Dana O.
DL. Why didn't she just go with that?
I don't know, but she didn't like to pay the bills on her boat. She's from New Jersey. That's why I had her accounts. A lot of our accounts were out of New Jersey.
Really?
A lot of Tom's River people
don't pay their bills.
They like to buy boats and they don't like to make their payments.
That's what you were strictly a boat collector?
No, but I just remember a lot of boat people.
That's a great show that you guys should do. Repo Men for boats.
I think one of
You have a
the
tow boat, tow truck boat.
one of the very first repo reality type shows, like the very first one.
Yeah.
They
That fat Mexican guy.
no. It was like 9 years ago or something.
El Repo.
And they took a boat from the area that I grew up in Oregon. There's a place called Lake Billy Chinook. People call it the Cove if you live in the area. And they took a boat.
I saw a documentary about
They
that
just
place.
they jump in it, and then they have a boat trailer or whatever, and they back in, and they take it off the ramp or whatever.
That's great.
Yeah.
My brother is a harbor master up at Pillar Point Marina. He said the weirdest, the strangest part of his job, he saves people. He goes out and saves
When they're
people.
drowning.
Yeah, he gets a lot of distress calls from commercial boats, and he's the guy that goes out, far out at sea and takes, pulls them in and tows them in and takes care of them. But so the weirdest part about his job is all the people living, because you can rent one of those slips at a harbor for $150. So it's just a step above homelessness.
Yeah.
So he has these guys that we go and he took the kids to go visit him down at the marina. And he goes, hold on, I want you to meet somebody. He wanted you to meet the one-eyed Chinaman. And then he yells out, hey, one-eyed Chinaman.
Oh, I thought he was going to pull his dick out.
Hey, kids, Uncle Dante. He wants you to meet the one-eyed Chinaman.
What did the one-eyed Chinaman do for real?
Just fucking some one-eyed Chinaman.
It was just a regular guy, but then he pulled his dick out.
Now it's just a bunch of weird people pissing in jars.
Do they have boats, or they just?
They have skivs, these things that aren't operational. These
Yeah.
sailboats that haven't been out at sea.
They're just
but
like-
you can just live in it.
That's where Tom Hanks lived.
50
Sleepless
gallon-
in Seattle.
Sleepless in
Yeah.
Seattle.
Lived on a boat.
Yeah, I knew someone that.
A lot of great care. Miami Vice, Don Johnson lived on a boat, alligator. Remember?
No. I mean, I don't remember that. I watched the fuck out of that show. I had a Miami Vice suit.
Cool.
You must have had one too.
Everybody,
We're like
yeah,
the same
sure.
age.
a swimsuit or just like a.
No, white suit. Just picture
Pastel.
fat 12-year-old Brendan with a
bright
pastel
shirt.
peach shirt
Yeah.
and a white fucking
Blazer.
Ray-Bans.
Oh yeah, sure, everything. I had the whole
Espadrilles, no
thing.
socks. Or like a
No
Vans,
socks.
Vans, no socks.
And I don't remember what kind of shoes I had, but there is like a great picture of me, like in a pre-growth spurt phase when I was just like a fat moon-faced little asshole.
You're
Where
probably like
before
12,
I shot up,
right?
I was probably like 11 or 12 because I
that's
got
the-
real
that's the
tall.
age.
My 7th grade photo, I'm like as tall as I am now.
Yeah.
Like I stopped growing when I was like 13.
Yeah, you look at your 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade photos, and they're just terrible.
Yeah.
I'm 2 years older though. I feel like
You were cooler. You were probably like 14 when
14 when that
14,
came out,
15.
So I really took it. I remember in in 2nd grade. That's when Saturday Night Fever came out, and I had a
yeah.
white 3-piece suit,
Swimsuit?
3-piece swimsuit.
Randy wears a 4-piece swimsuit.
Yeah. It's a hat, gloves, top and bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You laugh. There's actually some parents because we hang out with. I have kids, and then we hang out with crazy people, and they dress their kids in a fucking 4-piece suit. It's a real thing.
Just to not get sunburned.
Don't get sunburned.
Yeah, it's just like a
really
bit.
paranoid, overprotective parents
like-
that
Yeah.
don't let their kids so they have goggles and hats, and then they're covered head to toe, and they just
And your kids are just out there in thongs.
thongs,
Yeah.
Thongs and
balls
Crocs.
out, one-eyed Chinaman out. Hey, come here.
Hey, Lorenzo, show everyone your one-eyed Chinaman.
Revers is
Randy wasn't even born during Miami Vice.
No, I'm not. I had an audition today for middle-aged redheaded father who's not a model, but I am only 29 years old, and the lady they had me paired up with was older than my mom, and we had to act like we were a couple.
And the youngest kid was a year younger than Randy.
Yeah, my son was my same age, but to be fair, he looked like he was a model, so he probably won't get the part.
But
Yeah.
you still have the heart to just go in on all that shit, huh?
I don't have anything. I don't have a heart. And I haven't accomplished anything. Like, actually, the only things I have accomplished is booking 2 commercials. So
that's a big accomplishment.
you guys are possibly above that, but I I work a day job, so I can't.
But I think also at some point, just in the interest of your own time, maybe just start saying no to some of that stuff when you know that you're not old enough to be there.
Yeah, it was a callback though.
Oh, well, then you gotta go.
I mean, they called me. I was like, this is dumb. They needed a whole bunch of redheads, so I was like, well, that's the saving grace is that they'll be like, maybe he's not right for this dad redhead, but they needed like 6 other redheads. But they still, I thought, okay, they'll organize me differently this time.
Have you heard about all the commercial people dyeing their hair red just to get noticed? Doesn't that happen a lot? Or
Well,
do
I'll
the
tell 'em.
actual redheads hate the fucking
Oh,
dye
I
jobs?
haven't.
You should start promoting yourself as a natural redhead.
I'm gonna start. Well, the thing is, I'm not really booking a lot of stuff, so if they want to do that, go for it. But there's plenty of redheads not booking anything.
I'm going to tweet that you're a natural redhead.
I am
right now.
natural, and I can prove it by showing my bush, wearing my low-rise jeans, showing my bush.
Well, that would be advice to people who are dyeing their hair red to get the pubes too.
You would have to get the pubes, yeah. Then we had a pube business for a while, right?
We sold fake pubes?
Yeah, but it was aimed at kids.
It
It was for kids so they could feel like they were more grown up.
Yeah.
Because what was it like?
Man hair?
Yeah, just giving babies full pubes.
full pubes and a set of dentures, maybe.
Yeah, because
That's a great practical joke. Like, it should be over. It's like, hey, do you want to help me change the diaper? and then
baby with full pubes, and then you get arrested.
Yeah.
You couldn't, but you couldn't put that on TV or anything because once you get kids' dicks involved, forget it.
The world shuts down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just walking down the street, saw a naked kid.
Yeah, in the fortune teller place, I was like, Randy, we should go get our palms right. And then there's a naked kid
right
just
out the
standing
front
in the
door.
doorway.
Nitty gritty.
Yeah,
This neighborhood.
it's pretty nice. It's the nicest place I've ever lived in Los Angeles. So
His
Really?
old place was a fucking nightmare.
Where was this?
Koreatown.
Koreatown, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get started. You want to get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
Oh, we should get started. Welcome to the Bone Zone.
Welcome.
This is my church.
Oh yeah, feeling the
Welcome to my church.
I'm
This is
feeling it
the
today.
Bone Zone is my church. This microphone is my altar,
very nice. Yeah,
and my altar boy is Randy.
yeah. And Brendon is my god. Brendon is my world.
I'm Randy's world, and welcome. This is the only podcast with over 400 pounds of host.
Yeah,
Me and Randy combined,
yeah. And
over 400 pounds.
and Brendon weighs 90 pounds, so I would never tell anyone my weight, but we are over 400 pounds, and Brendon weighs 90 pounds.
I'm about 90. And then today we have a guest putting us over. We're probably about 600 pounds worth of podcast right now. Easily.
Easily, yeah. This podcast could not go across specific one-lane bridges.
We
Too
would
heavy.
have to, if this podcast was in a truck, we'd have to stop at a way station.
We would if it was open. If it wasn't open, we would have to just stop. And
If
not
there were three
go.
of these podcasts, we couldn't all get an elevator at the same time.
Nope.
In a lot of places.
This podcast needs special chairs. If we were all sitting in the same chair,
If this podcast was going to try and ride the bumper cars at a carnival, they wouldn't let us.
yeah.
Couldn't do it.
If we went into a wicker store, they would not sell us wicker furniture to sit on.
We're trying to book an airplane seat.
Yeah.
If we'd have to buy a whole row.
If we bought 3 seats next to each other, they would distribute us
extra
amongst
strap.
the whole airplane. That way, the weight is more distributed.
We would, yeah.
Yeah, they'd have to split.
They'd have
us
to
into
split
3
up the
parts.
podcast.
Yeah.
If this podcast had to fight another podcast, have you ever talked about that? Or do you fight
I don't
it?
think any other podcast is in our weight division, so we just win by default.
Yeah, you don't even have to vote. That's not how fights are, though, right? You don't vote.
No, you vote.
You do vote?
Yeah,
At the end of each fight, you vote?
yeah.
Okay.
You vote to see who you're going to fight next.
Oh, I get it. So, if this podcast would fight another podcast, right? We wouldn't have to.
You wouldn't have to. Nobody
Okay.
qualifies.
Everybody would forfeit.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome to my church. We don't have any sound effects.
No, my iPad's in the shop. Long story short,
Oh, I saw your tweets to Best Buy.
pretty upset with Best Buy. I've never done that. I've never like tweeted to a company and I was serious about it.
But how can you get upset with Best Buy?
Oh, I'll tell you how I was lied to my face about their warranty program. And then when I went in to get my new iPad, they were like, nope, sorry, you should have read the small print. And I was like, that's not the right approach. Like, that means I shouldn't trust you ever if you're going to tell me that. Because I had got the warranty on iPods in the past. And what they do is they replace them with refurbished products.
Sure.
And they break down right away.
Yeah.
Because every single part inside is from a different fucking thing.
And they had some stupid teenagers.
Yeah, you got
assembling
some idiot somewhere not working for Apple attaching all these snap parts together.
But why didn't you? The reason why I think you're an idiot
Oh.
is because you didn't buy it from the Apple people.
Well, here's what I did. I bought it from Best Buy specifically because I was there. I happened to be there.
So this is just a random purchase.
Yeah, a little bit. I had the money. I was there. And listen to this. If you were told this, worth it. They told me, they go, do you want the extra warranty? And I said, no. And I told them why. It was because my past experience with their warranty program was so terrible.
Shit.
And they go, well, our warranty program is different now. If you break it, you will get a new product day of, brand new, off the shelf. And I go, you're lying to me because I've done it before. And they go, no, it's different now. And
this was a 16-year-old.
No, this was a big fat guy who every time I went there, he would like hassle me, you know, because they say they don't work on commission, but I almost don't believe
They
that.
have to.
Yeah, because that guy like followed me around, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm fine. I'm here. I know what I'm buying.
Maybe he just wanted to ask you where you bought your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, from the big fat pants store.
Yeah.
Very funny.
He was like, oh, I like those brown pants that other big fat guy's wearing.
What a belt.
I gave him my hand-me-downs when I outgrew them.
Still, they give you a shit warranty.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I made sure he clarified it like 10 times, and I said, okay, I'll do it, because it was a couple $100 to do it. It was like $170.
Yeah.
And he assured me, and he even told me a fake story about a person who had bought it and broke it in the parking lot and didn't get the warranty. They couldn't help him. And I was like, I know that's a fake story, but
Did you say that to him?
point proven,
Yeah.
I will buy it. Now I'm like 4 months away from my 2-year warranty being up, and I get a small crack in my screen. Everything else is fine. I'm like, great, I'll take it in. I'll get a new one today. I haven't abused their program in any way.
Right.
I actually am going to use it. And the lady was like, all right, well, we have to mail this in. And I was like, no, whoa. And I explained it to her, and she's like, you should have read the small print. And I go, well, I didn't think I would have to read the small print if it said the exact opposite of what I'm being told to my face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, they go, rules are always subject to change, and that's in the small print. And I go, well, if that's the rule, then you could just tell me that I never bought something from here. You know, like, nope, you didn't buy this from here. Subject to change. We don't do anything.
So when you
now.
start tweeting the Best Buy people,
Yeah.
what happens?
I get in the parking lot. I'm pissed, okay? I am mad. And I just tweet and say that whatever, my story, and say that they're not trustworthy and they lied to my face to make some extra money and they can't do anything for me. And then someone that works for Best Buy starts tweeting to me and is just like, oh, well, they shouldn't have done that. Like, they didn't solve anything. And they go, would you mind emailing us the same story? And I was like, well, I just spent a bunch of time tweeting it to you. So anyway, this could carry over. So I now have to, like, state my case to a new person.
Sure.
On my phone because I don't have my iPad, which would be much easier.
Busted.
And
this is the same iPad. You love this iPad.
I love this
Yeah.
iPad. This
So
iPad
much. That's what you talk
had a
to your
bugle noise.
Yeah.
I would play the bugle noise on this podcast.
Are you going to lose all the sound effects?
Possibly.
This is fucked.
It's
I know
fucked.
you were recording all the conversations with your twin brother
Mhm.
that you have.
I have
Skype.
a lot of Skype correspondences saved with my twin brother Andy. He's overseas.
Where is he now?
He's in New
Still.
Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to have him on the podcast.
Yeah, he's great.
I kind of regret buying an iPad. I think the iPad was just it was just a big ruse.
You were all about it.
I like mine.
I liked it
remember talking to
briefly.
me about it, and you're going to get the keyboard.
I
You
have
weren't
the
gonna
keyboard.
Get a computer now anymore. And
Yeah.
you're Mr.
Well, you
fucking
can't
iPad.
replace your computer with an iPad. That's a proven fact.
No.
And you know what? I don't even take it on the road with me anymore. I just
really?
bring my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a laptop anymore. I bought a desktop, and I used the iPad to replace the laptop, which is sort of worked. There's still some holes in my tech, you know.
But the iPad, that reminds me of a story. I met this woman in Pittsburgh, and she was like, I love my iPad.
Yeah?
And I was like, yeah. No, I was just trying to make up a story, like politicians.
Oh.
Like that guy who told you the fake story about the parking lot. I always like that when politicians are like, I was talking to a woman named Nancy Smith in Jacksonville, Florida, just last week, and she was like, when are we going to get these health benefits that we were promised? And I'm like, Nancy, we are going to try. It's like, you never talk to a fucking
Now, if
lady.
you're like Nancy, you know
Yeah.
that these health benefits are not around the corner and that you've been promised, like Nancy, for a long time.
Just the other day, I was hanging out in a tire factory in Detroit, Michigan, and Roger Wilkinson, the foreman of that factory, said to me, sir, is it true that Social Security will be bankrupt by the time I retire? And I said, you should invest your money privately with my scoundrel friends so they can steal your money and you'll be penniless when you're 70. 4 more years.
I'll vote for that.
You know what you're saying about the fine print?
I had a crowd noise on my iPad too.
We could have done that. This is podcast.
You don't need that anymore. I'm here.
If you're listening to the podcast, you know what? We won't be offended if you tune out right now because we're only operating at what? 60%.
We were pretty
guys,
iPad heavy.
I'm here to do all your sound
No, we
effects.
have Al Madrigal here, but
do all your sound
He's
effects.
great. He's no iPad though.
okay.
I'm better than a fucking iPad.
Okay, do the bugle noise.
It's all right.
It's all
I
right.
kind of like it.
The other one went.
Oh yeah, tell me how they go first.
Well, I
We
mean,
didn't have to explain anything to the iPad.
yeah, iPad knew.
Okay, that was
good
pretty
enough.
good.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, and there was a Jaguar sound
Yeah,
too.
do a Jaguar sound.
Yeah, that was pretty
pretty
good. Oh yeah,
good.
you didn't even
Nice.
have to tell him. Oh, and then
Glass breaking.
oh, that was
fucking
real. You really nailed that one.
Nice. I'm liking this.
And the
Explosion.
okay, explosion. That was a good one.
That was a
and then the
Jaguar
Belle Biv
exploding.
DeVoe, the drum break from
Oh.
That Girl Is Poison.
I'll give you an example. I think
Please.
it went.
No, it went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That girl is
Yeah.
poison.
Yeah,
Yeah. You said poison. I thought it was
Poison.
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 Did we have that part?
Tequila.
Oh, we had that.
Yeah.
Bad to the bone. The bad to the bone riff. Well, now Randy's doing
I'm
it.
loving it.
Between the two of us, we got this covered. I'll just take the Jaguar and the glass.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and you got the rest.
Yeah.
I was at a Best Buy in New York City.
I wanna sex you up. That was another one. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We'll
Okay.
just keep doing the sound effects.
You were in a Best Buy in New York
In
City.
New York City,
and some
Union
stuff
Square,
dropped.
Best Buy. No, I was going to buy a voice recorder like that one to take because I was going to go hang out with my grandma in Philadelphia the following week. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll record
Tape
us hanging out at the casino when I take her to the casino.
Yeah.
And then we could make a podcast out of it. And spent over a half hour in Best Buy, asked 6 different employees where I can find digital voice recorders. Each one of them told me a different area of the store. And I wound up just bumping into them on my own. Never did anybody's instructions tell me were correct on where to find. One person was like, oh, they're over there by the computers. They weren't. I looked all over.
Yeah.
And then I
You know what
found
I
another
find
person. They're like,
helpful,
oh,
fellas?
they're over.
I like going to the specialist. If I'm going for the camera,
Uh-huh.
then I'm going to go to that Sammy's camera.
Well,
If
yeah.
I like to go for the voice recorder, I go to the Guitar Center. They seem to know what they're doing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then if I go to I want to buy an iPad,
Yeah.
I just don't
Go to Apple Store.
go
Go
to
to-
Apple. Go to Apple Store.
You go to Best Buy.
Well, you see, this was kind of
On a whim.
this was kind of, I got off the subway. I was meeting world famous comedian Todd Barry for dinner.
You're on 23rd.
I was at 14th. What was it 14th and 3rd?
Okay.
There's a Best Buy. I don't know. Right when you get
Sure.
off
I've never
Union
been.
Square. I'm gonna take Randman to New York.
Never been.
Nice.
Never been.
I'd never been to the Big Apple.
And I just thought, well, maybe I'll grab this voice recorder. There's one right there. I got to walk right past it.
Sure.
And just spent a bunch of time being misdirected by a bunch of idiots. And I almost lost my cool and started yelling.
Yeah.
I yelled at a Comp USA one time, really caused a scene.
Oh yeah.
I
just lost my shit.
I did the closest that I've ever been to losing my cool. Because I told the lady, I was told one thing. She goes, you should have read the fine print. She goes, I always read everything. And I go, wow, you're a lot better than me, right? Is that what you're saying? And I go, what if I took this out in the parking lot and I smashed it up a whole bunch and brought it back? Would you still have to replace it? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, but then I chickened out. I go, I was just joking.
Yeah.
So I lost my cool to her.
I lost my cool last night. Randy saw it. Made Randy uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Randy.
A real
Randy hated it.
good Brendon Walsh snap.
Oh man, yeah. It was.
I fucking flipped out.
You lost
You
it.
call people
At the
dummies?
Improv.
Oh no.
Well, on stage, I called the whole audience a bunch of phony Hollywood piles of garbage.
they all laughed. They
They
loved.
loved it. I was like, you bunch of phony ass fucking
Wait,
pieces
the
of
new
shit.
Improv, the
Yeah.
remodeled one. It looks
Yeah.
like speaking
The
of Miami Vice. All right.
Have you seen a mural on the outside?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
It is insane.
If you want a place to go, like barf all over the ground, go look at that.
Who
It's the
who did they do?
fucking Worst.
Everybody. But you can't tell who anybody is. It's the worst. Oh, I'll show you the picture
It's
of Drew Carey.
so bad.
I didn't make it.
Maybe you're one of the people.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
That's maybe why they did it, so they wouldn't make comics mad. Because they're like, well, this one is this 10 comics. This one, this one is these 15 comics. If they ask, it's really terrible.
That's Drew Carey.
Oh my god! I could have gotten in there and done a better.
Your
Drew
son
Carey.
could have done.
I
a
literally,
better job
I
on
know,
this.
I know 20 people that I have their phone numbers that could have done a better job than this person. Terrible.
But it was one of those shows where they combine. It was one of those late night shows, or no, it wasn't even late. It was supposed to start at 10,
Supposed to start at 10.
and it was like burlesque and comedy, which that's always the best combination.
outside producer.
You probably one of the burlesque chicks.
Yeah.
Which you know what? I've held my tongue long enough. Burlesque is the lowest form of entertainment. I mean, it's the word. Does anybody like it
Sexy
besides?
It's like other burlesquers.
No, they're not sexy ladies.
They're not.
It's like
They're a bunch of-
each burlesque show is other burlesquers in the audience.
Yeah.
It's like, and you can say that about some comedy as well. But
So we're waiting there and got bumped back. The show started late, and then Jimmy Schubert had to go up and be fake angry about a bunch of stuff.
Sure.
Bumped everybody
They
10
put
minutes.
the chicken in the omelet.
Put the chicken in the omelet.
Yep.
That really gets his goat. And apparently there are all these people flying around with service cats on planes, and that just
Service cat, really? Huh, lady?
I
yeah,
I don't know. This guy's got a crazy life, man.
calls-
a lot of stuff.
he
He was
calls
broken
people
up
out.
via text message.
calls
where
people
she
out in the
said it's-
audience, but doesn't look or point at them anymore.
Yeah, there was a cat owner who just wasn't.
I see you, sir.
Wasn't on board with what he was saying, but I couldn't see the person who was scowling at him. Not either way, I'm a big fan. But
I used to have the best me making fun of Jimmy Schubert to his face on stage. There might be a way I can pull it up. I'm going to work on getting you that audio.
oh yeah, that would
Because
be great.
I have that saved somewhere where I rip his friends and him sort of a new asshole from stage at being, and not at being fake angry. I think it is being fake angry. I go up after him and it's super mean. I can just. We have that. You've
Yeah.
seen me lash out.
Oh,
before.
yeah,
So you
it's great
pulled
watching now.
You pulled me where I
No,
yell
well,
at fucking
It was
word?
after his set.
Oh, then after my set, I laid into.
That was
yeah,
the
that's
real
what made
moment.
Randy
All right,
uncomfortable.
tell
was-
me. Set the whole thing up.
Okay, so
it's in this bad.
So get
improv.
bumped a couple times. I'm already going to go up an hour after I was supposed to. I was thinking about just saying, nah, I'm just going to go home. I had a long day yesterday.
Yeah.
So we go into the showroom to watch. There's this fucking booth in the corner with these two fucking ladies and this dude. Yeah. And this one lady, the entire show, she had a voice like this and just didn't shut up the whole show. I'm going to go. And then like one of the people who I think was producing the show comes over and says to her, listen, I love you, but you have to keep it down because I can hear you all the way across the room.
And that was actually a harsher version of it. She had a big smile and she goes, "Oh, ladies, I love you, but I can actually hear you. Yeah, seriously." Like, so nice. And the girls were like, "Really? Oh my God."
And this lady just had a voice that traveled. Like, it was this tone, and this is the level she was talking during the show. And the improv does nothing about this. And I'm sitting there steaming
for
next to
an
Randy.
hour.
And I
Just-
start, like, doing it to Randy. I'm like, Randy, like, which I think was maybe making Randy a little uncomfortable.
bit, yeah, because I was like, I already feel uncomfortable at the improv. I don't have a place at the improv at all. So to I don't want to be the center of attention there, you know.
So she was annoying me, and then I go on stage, and was kind of having a fun set, but I was a little,
You're ready to say something.
Yeah, say something.
No, but you were killing. You killed.
yeah.
Your set was amazing. But prior, and where Brendon's seat was, it was literally right next to that lady's talking. So, like, the whole time we sat in there was these two dumb ladies yakking in Brendon's ear. And then finally he gets on stage where he doesn't have to listen to her, even though she was still talking. Yeah. And then the second he gets off the stage, he comes back to his seat, which is where she is. And then it blew up.
I don't really know how it started. Well, but there was a lady in the crowd, too, where I said something. She was like, maybe in your ass.
Yeah, she
And
was
then
just yelling something. She wasn't being, her intentions weren't rude, but it was one of those ladies who just yells stuff.
Yeah.
She wasn't like heckling in like you suck type of way.
Right.
But she was like answering his questions loudly. And then Brendon.
I don't think I was answering. Well, either way.
Yeah.
She said something that
So you
just
let him have it.
set me off. So I let the crowd have it, and the crowd ate it up.
They love
when
it.
I was telling them how they're a bunch
When
of fucking
things aren't
piles
going,
of garbage.
when I got nothing out, like I love giving it to them. That's what they want a lot of the times. They want to be.
It went well with the garbage crowd.
Yeah, that part went
Whatever.
well.
That went well, and then I get off stage and go over back to where I was sitting, and the lady, I don't know, I was just kind of blinded and really wound up, but she started saying something.
Just anything. It didn't matter what she was saying.
Yeah.
She started talking loudly to Brendon as he was about to sit down. It could have been, "Hey, good job." It could have just been like, "Hey, that's the comic."
Yeah.
It wasn't. She wasn't like attacking him in any way, but
Oh,
Brendon had
shut
just
up.
had it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a fuck what you think. You're a fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah, you go something like, "Oh, that's great, but you're an annoying, terrible person, and you shouldn't be talking the whole show," or something like that was what started it, and then it was just a back and forth.
Then I was just saying mean. Like I was
What
like,
was she
I want
saying
this lady to
back to you?
fucking cry on the way home.
And he was doing her voice to her,
Yeah.
loud, and the show was still going on. We were
Well,
still
but
in
a
the room.
burlesque-
By the show going
Yeah.
on, there was a girl doing a hula hoop on
Yeah,
stage.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
it was, and that's
A
I even
girl with
looked
a
and was
light-up
like, I
hula
don't
hoop.
mind
Yeah.
fucking being loud because people don't have to hear the hula hooping at the fucking Hollywood Improv. Hula hoop girl. So yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, and then she was like, you're not funny, you're bad at your job, and I was like, I bet you never had a job, you old whore. And she was like, your beard makes you look old. I was like, yeah, but you are old. You're old and you look like shit, and nobody cares about you. I love it. Like, just was like, I was like, I want her to cry and feel bad on the way home. Like, I was just saying everything because she was just this vapid, Hollywood piece of shit who who knows what she does? She's never earned a dime on her
Yeah,
own.
and
Sure.
the guy that was with them was just sitting there, like
Put his head
he
down
looked
and
like
take
one of the.
He was like kind of laughing.
He looked like a magician or something. He had long hair. He had two like blonde, annoying girls with him. He
Yeah.
has money somehow, but also he's not smart enough to use his money to get like two not annoying girls. Like
Yeah.
he could get two like cute not annoying girls.
Yeah.
But he has two of the dumbest fucking annoying girls in the world.
I don't think anybody has that much money.
I don't know. But then the improv, and then a guy came from the back at the bar. He's like, hey, let me buy you a drink or whatever.
Yeah, they
I
were
was
trying
like,
to
"Oh."
herd you away from them. He was like,
Yeah.
"Why don't you come sit over here and I'll give you a drink?" And you're like, "What?" Like when
The
you're
new improv team that they like. There's
No, it's
new
a guy that I like.
Yeah.
His name escapes me right now.
bartender, not bartender, but guy who runs
Jimmy
around.
he's a great fucking guy. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. But then that kind of irritated me too, where it's like, wait, I'm the problem?
Yeah.
This woman was talking for the past hour and a half and nobody said anything
The
to her.
whole
And now
show.
I'm the guy where you're like, whoa, hey, why don't you come over here? Whoa, let's calm this down. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck you. You guys should have done your job.
Exactly.
And then I eventually, left, and the girls like give me a finger, and I was like, "Oh, what's that? Your IQ, you dumb bitch."
Yeah.
And then we're leaving the building, and
and as you're leaving, every single person you pass by says, "That was amazing, great set." Everyone's
Yeah.
everyone's on Brendon's side here.
except, well, yeah, I mean, I guess everybody, I don't know, but I was
you had
just
a great
so,
set.
I had it.
So people
Yeah.
were happy about that. But then there was like fucking that lady.
That lady, yeah, I had it with her, and made Randy uncomfortable when I was yelling at her.
I was sitting
Chris
next
Fairbanks liked it, though.
I was sitting next to Chris Fairbanks. I was like sinking underneath the table, and Chris was just like, "I gotta watch this."
And then I'm leaving, and your buddy Adam Richman comes up to me, and he says something like, "Oh, that was great," whatever. And then then there's this woman next to him. I still have to figure out who this was, because she was wearing all black. She looked like she worked there. She had like all black keys, and she's like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I was like, "What do you want to talk to me about? Something good?" She's like, "No, I was offended." And I was like, "Oh, well, fucking complain to the club." It's like, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you.
Yeah, fuck off.
But she did look like she worked there, but she didn't introduce herself. She didn't present herself in a way that she worked there, so it was confusing.
who knows who works there? First of
Yeah.
all, they
Yeah.
rotate their staff. There is
Yeah.
this sort of one guy, other than Davo and Eddie.
Yeah.
And there's the one kid
There's
I
a
think
couple
you're
guys
talking
at the-
about. That is and it, like Arturo,
Yeah.
Artie, and like the couple of like
There's a
food
few,
runners.
yeah.
But the management,
Yeah. Oh, it's
who
always different
knows
people.
what the fuck is happening at that place? So I feel like, yeah, you don't.
It was fine, and I don't feel like, I mean, if it did down, like, I think everything's fine, because I'm not drunk,
No?
which, maybe some people thought I was
I
drinking.
guarantee that's their story.
Oh, Brendan was drunk and yelling at a lady.
I guarantee that's their
Yeah.
story.
Well, I don't know if I should email someone.
I have it happen all the time.
Yeah.
Like I yell at people constantly. You saw the last one I had was at the UCB UCB East when you got up on stage after me and that kid was hitting his head.
Yeah, but that was that kind of backfired on you, though. Wasn't he
Yeah.
like retarded or something?
There's something wrong with it. I'm up on stage, and I had no business. I've been flying back and forth to New York and taking these red eyes.
Al's a hand
It's
model.
a hand model.
You got a hand
it
modeling
up.
gig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody knows I don't know if people know that. I
If
do
you bought a Swatch watch in the last 2 years, that's Al's
probably in my
wrist.
hand. I do feet as well. I do
No shit.
all, yeah.
I'd love to study underneath
Any-
you. I do
any-
Etsy pages. I've never done anything big though.
Any Tiva like sandal, like that's my foot.
Randy does Tivas with socks.
Chacos.
Oh, sorry.
But Tivas are a nice product too.
Sure. So I got that going, and I'm flying back and forth, and I have no business doing stand up, but the guy is very nice, and he wants me to do the UCBE show 11 o'clock on a Monday.
In New York.
Yes.
Okay.
And any 11 o'clock on a Monday show is going to be shit anyway. But what's happened is that, so I go in there, and I'm telling a story, and I look around, I sort of see all the same people. I recognize the crowd.
Yeah.
It's never
It's
good.
the UCB crowd.
Yeah, it's a community.
It's the people who are there at 11 o'clock on a Monday.
every Monday.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling a story, and this guy starts hitting his head, starts slapping his head, hitting it. And I look him off like a pitcher looks
Right,
off
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
at first base trying to
Yeah.
steal. I look at him like, hey, fucking stop it. What the fuck
Yeah.
are you doing? Give him
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
And he does it again. And I'm distracted, and to a fault, I'm distracted on stage, and somebody's doing something, I'm going to comment on it, and I look over to him and I go, hey, quit fucking hitting yourself in the head. And then he slashes back at me. This is where it became a problem. He goes, wait, scratching your head gives you, harms your hair follicles.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
But he said it in a very aggressive way. So I go, and then I assume now I'm at a comedy club, and I'm going to, this guy said something stupid. I'm going to turn everyone against him and shit on him. So I go, no, it doesn't. Scratching your head hurts, and you repeat it so everyone can hear
Yeah.
it. And then I say, hey, you know what's good for your hair follicles? How about you take a fucking shower, you scumbag?
Yeah.
And I'm like, here it comes, the crowd. Everyone just gasped, like, because I wasn't picking on some random fat guy slapping his head. I was picking on Eric.
Or
Yeah,
the
so,
like
like-
retard mascot of the Monday night crowd.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did that, not necessarily, but yeah, when I first moved to LA, I was like, why is everybody putting up with this asshole? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Steve.
a mainstay. Yeah.
So I just immediately assume comedy club rules. Let's fucking drive this guy into the ground, and all everyone's gonna be on board. Like, so I go, look at you. Look at you're a fucking mess.
Yeah.
You're scratching your head onto your hair follicles. You fucking scumbag. When's the last time you took a shower? Seriously, look at yourself. People around you are disgusted.
Yeah.
Like, it gets worse and worse. And a girl at that point goes, no one's laughing.
Yeah.
And people behind him are laughing and snickering, holding
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and all the comics are laughing. Judah Freelander says, oh, that was one of the best things I've ever fucking seen. I love that shit. The guy from the Comedy Cellar who came was like, dude, that was hilarious. I love that. Fucking, because that's what they love.
But it was an uncomfortable moment when it was happening. Though.
Yeah, and it's a very uncomfortable moment. And then a girl says, leave him alone. He's my boyfriend. She's in the middle.
Yeah.
And I say, oh, really? I'm sorry you got separated in the seating process. Well, why don't you fucking... No, he's not. Your fucking boyfriend.
Yeah,
Like, wait,
yeah.
you're going to save him?
Yeah.
You're going to save him? And then people start reminding me where I'm at.
Yeah.
And it ends up, and you were there,
Mhm.
with me going, fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck off. This is a Monday night late
Yeah.
show. Everyone says how great this fucking show is. It's not that good.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like I say.
Yeah, it's a
But
good show.
they demand, like, they want to see all new stuff all
Yeah.
the time. And they want to see, and that's the other thing. It's like, I am busier than shit with the hand modeling.
Mhm.
And it's hard for me to fucking crank out bit after, I
Yeah.
do 5-minute stories is
Yeah.
what I've been doing. And so, anyway, those are hard to come by with the hand modeling schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking very demanding.
Yeah.
Like,
You got
It's a lot
that
of
when you
moisturizer.
were really young, the hand modeling?
yeah. So
They ship you-
they've always been nice. Have you seen?
They're fucking, yeah, I see them from here. They're really nice. A lot of times they'll ship, when you're really young, they'll ship you to Japan. Did you go that route?
Yeah, for 3 months at a time.
You did
Like,
that?
and just a lot of Japanese business.
It's a risk. It's
Yeah.
a risk because you might not make all your money back. But
Sure. My
you-
parents weren't really excited about the idea, but then
They had to pay a lot of money, right?
well, no, they pay your travel and you just hope you make it back. It's like Fringe
Yeah.
Festival.
yeah. And you sleep in a little room with
You
bunk
share an
beds.
apartment with 5 other hand models.
Yeah.
A foot model, maybe every now and then.
Yeah.
This cat's not hurting me as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That's pretty good.
Al's allergic to
We're
cats.
Yeah, I thought I was going to
Um,
die. I feel something, though.
I never had a cat growing up, so this is like my first experience with cats. But I don't think I'm allergic. Are you allergic, Brendon?
Whenever I'm here for a long time and I feel like, my eyes start getting fucked up by the end, but I think that might be me touching my
Yeah, everyone
face.
reacts differently. I think I gain weight. That's how I. Because since I've moved in, I have gained like 25 pounds.
Really?
But maybe.
I gained 10 pounds in the last, just in the week I was at my mom's house.
So you really tries
a
to
week
fatten
ago.
you up.
Nah, it's me. Even in New York, when we were hanging out in New York, when I was doing all those sneak photos of your your party seminars.
I saw that. That was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of information. At my age, I do.
Every time you turn around and you're at a party with Al, you turn around and Al's surrounded by 8 people, and he's doing this gesture
Hand-
of the
a lot of
hands, like,
hands.
listen,
Both
this is
hands
what you
up.
got to do.
All right.
So I was just going around snapping pictures of it, and then it really got under Al's skin, so I stopped. I don't want to get on Al's bad side.
Yeah.
Even though legally he's not allowed to punch anyone because of his hands.
Oh yeah, you probably had to sign a whole bunch of stuff. Different companies.
Walsh and Lom has a $1 million, or what is it, $10 million insurance policy?
yeah.
$5 million a hand.
That's cool.
Or no, it's 7. What is it? 7 million for the right one. 3.
Do you want to
million,
take some
'cause
pictures and you could if
Yeah, we
anyone
could tweet
wants to-
pictures of Al's.
They're really nice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, no
do you have
shit,
someone?
Sherlock.
Do you have someone sign your name for you?
Yeah, I don't.
Because you don't want to do that.
And I do married. Since I got married, I do married hands. So
That's
they-
nice. I'll tweet
yeah,
a picture of Al's
I could.
hand.
If the only way I could do hands is if they were like rebellious hands. Like you do married hands good.
Yeah.
I could do like shifty hands.
Or like a hand with a glove with the fingers cut off.
Yeah, or like hand of the product that the competitor's product.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Oh right.
So like
So there's
your
a
hand
good-
is holding the
But
Dove
you could
soap
get a
and
lot
I'm-
of I could see you getting a lot of industrials just to start out.
Yeah.
Where you are doing
Turning a crank in a
Yeah,
factory.
exactly. If it's
Okay.
like, so a lot of like office products.
Mhm.
Somebody like
Post-it
putting-
notes.
Sure, or shutting a file cabinet is a lot of people start out with that. Like if a file like office
Yeah.
supplies.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do office supplies.
We should try to be hand models.
Yeah.
Not to try and steal work from you, but we're different.
look,
We'd all
I
be-
could do like prisoner hand
When somebody
on the bars.
when somebody tells Louis C.K. they're going to start, we should try to do stand up.
Yeah.
Threatened.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Al Madrigal is the Louis C.K. of hand models.
Yeah, it's the most popular. He's like the hand
hand
model
model.
right now.
And Randy Liedtke is the Michael Jordan of pooping 11 times a day.
I do not poop 11 times a day.
There's a song about it.
There is a song about it, but he was misinformed.
Do you ever hear the song Randy
Can we play
Liedtke
it?
poops 11 times a day?
I guess we could play it. Let me try to find it.
Was that a sound effect?
Yep. You broke something. On
Oh
this
yeah.
computer.
What else do we have? That's the Jaguar.
That's a
there's
baby
another.
Jaguar I did.
There's a kissing one.
Oh yeah, it goes like this. It goes. Mwah, mwah,
Mwah.
mwah,
Mwah.
mwah.
All
That
right.
was funky.
Yeah, it's got a good funky.
Good. It's an original tune by the Toilet Bowl Cleaners.
Randy Liedtke poops 11 times a day. 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 11 times, 11 times, 11 times, 11 times a day.
So
I like
it.
the song. It's just false.
it is a good song. I actually was singing that to myself yesterday. Like it was in my head.
Each time I play it, it's stuck in my head for a
Does
day.
Yeah.
does my son know about all of the news?
We got to get him a CD. I have a CD in my car. Oh, you know what? I'll give you the CD out of my car. I can
All
burn
right,
a new
great.
one from Randy could probably burn me one.
Yeah, I have an 11-year-old who's crazy for these poo songs.
Yeah. The Toilet Bowl Cleaners. Buy all their stuff on iTunes and Amazon.
I gave him a new idea for a song today.
What is it?
It was a tweet about playing catch with your poop, but the poop has a little tiny baseball mitt, and you throw a baseball back and forth with your poop.
So, okay. That's because initially you think you're throwing poop.
Yeah,
You're not
but you're
using
playing.
the poop to catch in the
Yeah.
ball.
Your
actual ball.
poop's like your son.
Yeah, I'm just playing catch.
Maybe he could do a song about how, like, because poop is kind of like one of your children because it has your DNA in it,
Mm-hmm.
just like your kids.
That's why I could never be a criminal. I
'Cause
poop so much that I would have to use the restroom after the crime, before and after.
Captain, you're gonna want to see this.
People picking up pieces of your poop with a pencil eraser.
Yeah, or just like leaving skid marks in the toilet bowl. Those type of poops where even if you flush a few times, they're still there.
We made, when I was living in Austin, me and these guys, Andy Fisher and Leon Mandel, made all these videos. And one of them was Turd Detectives. And there's a thing of me where I have a pencil, like I'm a turd detective, and there's like a turd on the train tracks. And I go and Andy used to work at Starbucks. And they have, if you ever need to make fake poop for something, they have these brownies
Okay.
that perfect fake poop because they're very like oily, like when you
Yeah, you can roll 'em
when
up,
you shape it into
shape
it,
it in an egg.
but it's got a nice glisten to it, and
Yeah.
it's
I heard
good.
that ginger snap cookie dough.
That's a good.
That's
poop.
like baby poop. That'd be
Yeah,
like
for fake
orangey, right?
No, it's
a
light
usually
brown,
pretty
like a
brown.
nut. Yeah, okay.
Nutmeg brown.
Huh. Well, we made Turd Detectives. I should put that online. It
Yeah.
was kind of like a Silence of the Lambs thing. I don't really remember. Leon was a big fat guy. He always wound up naked in all our videos.
Nice, I like him.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. It's me chasing him around a yard, trying to handcuff him, going, "Get back here!"
I pooped in a bucket when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
You hear about that, Al?
I pooped in a bucket not too long ago.
Did you really?
I gotta be honest. I'll tell you.
Where were you? Were you in
I
a
got
third
locked,
world country?
locked out of the house.
Get out of here.
Locked out of the house.
So the house that you live in right now.
Wait, was this like a few months
this
ago?
is the first time I'm telling anybody about this.
This is great. Bone Zone exclusive.
Bone Zone exclusive.
Randy, do a sound effect for that.
So I get exclusive. So here it is. Let me set the
Okay.
scene. I get home locked out.
Mm-hmm.
Really got to go. Bad.
Poop.
Big
It's the
dump.
worst.
Just pressing. Needs
Yeah,
to
yeah,
happen now. Not time to run to a neighbor's.
Yeah.
You know what I do?
Would
Well,
you
you can't
do
do
that?
that.
Would you
What's
be
that?
like, hey, I just need to poop at your house?
No, you can't
No,
do that.
you
Yeah, you
can't.
just can't.
I
Al banned a guy from his life for pooping in his apartment one time.
Tell me about that. I like that
Look at
story.
me, banned him. Shut him down. I'll tell that story next. So I 800 square foot place. You can't come in my house, clip your toenails, and then poo, and then try to take a joke off my refrigerator.
Yeah.
And then I just looked at the guy and said, "Get out. Never come back."
Never spoke to him again.
Never spoke to him again. So I get home just bad.
yeah.
Hot flashes, bad. Just it's sometimes.
Yeah.
So I go in this area in my backyard, dug a hole, and then I pooed. I grabbed I have those big paint buckets that just have a lot of work.
Paint
going on.
buckets?
Big paint.
5-gallon bucket.
Okay.
Maybe even a 20-gallon bucket. Just big.
Like
That's a big
like
bucket.
white plastic
huge.
bucket?
No, it's not a 5-gallon.
Oh, okay.
It is a big industrial size.
You
bucket.
dug a hole that big?
No, I didn't
No.
dig a hole
Okay.
that big.
Okay.
Yeah, I built a small toilet.
Oh, okay.
Built a toilet.
Cut some lumber. Build an outhouse.
Sanded out
Yeah,
a seat.
Ground down some flowers to create a potpourri.
Yeah.
Some plastic
Wrote
epoxy.
some articles to read. Just real everything.
Quick reviewed a few albums.
So I dug the hole, took the dump in the bucket, immediately got the hose, poured the whatever it was in the everything. The
Why
water.
not just poop right into the hole?
You gotta really squat down.
So did you
really squat
sit
down.
on the bucket
Sit
like you
on
sat
the bucket.
on the
I
edge?
created a seat. Yeah, for myself.
Oh, you made a seat. Like so you sat full.
I
like,
sat
sitting.
on the, I sat down. The bucket was
feet
so
on the
big,
ground.
yes, it sat in the
Oh, wow.
bucket.
You gotta be careful with like the pressure. If you seal around the bucket and then you
Stuck in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I poured everything in the hole, and then the hole was deep, so I just buried the whole
Yeah.
thing. No one even knew. This is the first.
Your wife doesn't know about this?
Never told my wife.
What
Never
did you
told-
wipe with?
What's that? Come again?
and then you jumped straight on a red eye and got out of there.
Yeah, exactly. No one even saw me.
Jumped on a
You
brown
could,
eye.
use, you could use a garden hose.
You just hosed your ass off?
That's what I buried as well. I buried because I have access to that my
the
detached garage. So I
Okay.
had some tissues and stuff like that.
Okay.
I buried all of it.
family photos.
Buried the whole thing
Where was this all buried? Which part of the yard? In the back corner near the
Behind-
basketball
behind
court?
the basketball court. Yeah, and behind the detached garage thing.
Oh, wow, okay.
Right
And your
there.
wife doesn't even know about this.
Wife does not know.
How long? When did they get home? Like, how long did you have to
They
wait?
got home another good half hour later.
I think you texted me. I think I remember this. You were locked out of your house. I remember you being locked out of your house not
Yeah.
too long ago.
But with the me banning a comedian for shitting in my apartment, the guy
Banned him.
banned him.
From
Have
his
you ever
life.
banned anyone from your life? Just
No, you know what? I'm afraid to. I poop 11 times a day. So if I were to go to your house, I would be banned from your life.
I had another experience where it sort of made me. I told you, it made me stop. Another shit incident after that Chicago Just for Laughs that made me stop drinking like altogether because it was just so bad. Because we went out on Friday night in Chicago Just for Laughs. It's Jermaine Fowler. I almost got in a fight with Ben Kronberg.
Right.
And then
Really?
yeah, fucking guy.
I wonder how that was because he's real weird.
He's weird, and this isn't the first story I've heard like this.
Really?
Because he can get kind of. Well, I don't know.
I didn't even know I was in a fight with him
Yeah.
because all right, so we're bowling. It's me, Johnny, Chelsea, Jermaine Fowler. All these people are bowling, and I show up. I'm drunk. Showed up drunk. See a couple friends at the bar. Get more drunk. Then now I'm bowling all of a sudden. So Johnny and me start splitting a lane, and we're bowling. And Ben Kronberg's girlfriend's bowling, and she's horrible at this. And then he said something like, "Oh, my girlfriend's the best bowler. Isn't she good? Look at her," like that. And I looked at him, and I was just giving him the business. I go, you being serious? She's the worst bowler I've ever fucking seen in my entire life.
Oh, this is where all good fights start.
Yeah.
Is insulting
Bowling
the
alley.
girlfriend about bowling.
Yeah.
Her bowling
So I go,
skills.
you're fucking. Are you being serious? I've bowled with children. I've bowled with the elderly. Every person I've bowled with is better than your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing while I'm saying it.
Right.
And then 20 minutes go by. Bowling. I'm sitting next to the girlfriend talking about something else, and he starts saying, "Get your hands out of your pockets. Get your hands out of your pockets, Al. Come on, get them out." And I think Johnny is to put his hand in his chest a little bit. And I talked to him about it afterwards, so we're fine.
Yeah.
He seems like a very nice guy.
No, I like Ben a lot.
Yeah, we're
but
friends.
he's like a kind of an odd guy that can rub people the wrong way, and then, or I don't like yours is a little different.
We got
from the
mutual
other
friends.
stories.
We're both. We the thing is, we were both drunk. So then,
Yeah.
and then this is the story that's leading me. Like I've told you, I was out with you at that Comedy Central thing. We didn't drink at all, neither of us. So then I go and I get on my plane. The wake up call is I'm home at 4:30. The wake up call is 5:15. Why I even slept?
Yeah.
But I laid down, fell asleep. Wake up at 5:59. Throw all my shit in a bag. Run, jump, in the car. Go to my flight. And I take, everyone's eating breakfast on the flight.
Okay.
So it's first class.
Oh, I've never done that.
I'll
And-
fly first.
Flying first.
Jeepers.
The hand modeling thing is going very
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
So Tiva is not a small corporation to be doing foot modeling for.
Yeah.
So I go.
Well, they even put Al's hands in some of the sandals too.
That's how good they look.
Yeah.
They're like,
Instead
we
of a
don't
foot,
even
they hire a
care.
hand.
Yeah.
I'm buying these sandals.
Yeah,
this
people
hand
don't
is
even
amazing.
notice.
Yeah.
So I sell a lot of Tivas. So I go, everyone's eating. I said, no, just bring me water. Because I'm actually drunk on this flight. And so then I go, and I'm in the bathroom because everyone's eating. And I was like, I'm going to be sick. Now I'm going to dump or I'm going to vomit.
Oh, yeah.
I really hate vomiting, and
And-
someone's going to hear me. So I sit down. I'm in there. Boom, boom, boom.
Sweating.
Pound on the door sound effect right now.
Oh,
That happens.
Uh-huh.
So I'm pissed, drunk and pissed, shitting
Yeah.
because I don't want to even do that there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the stewardesses, I open the door, and I go, "Who did that?" The steward, gay guy and a woman. They say, "No, sir, it wasn't us. We would never do that." But that man down there,
Yeah. Yeah.
he did it. Old guy, hair flap, sweater over his shoulders, about 50s. Standing there at the other bathroom. It's like 10 seats away. So I march down there. I go, hey,
Pants still around his ankle.
yeah.
pants,
Duty still popping out.
one-eyed Chinaman. out.
Duty smear all over the cheeks.
I go, hey, yeah, wasted.
Yeah.
Hey, you pound on the door? And he looks at me and he goes, I knocked on the door after waiting 2 minutes. I said, that's not how this works. All right, you see the occupied sign. You don't get up.
Yeah.
So it's now drunk Seinfeld. This fucking, you see, and just I go, you see the occupied.
Yeah.
You don't get up. How about that?
Yeah.
And how about you just wait your turn?
Yeah.
And then I said, if it's an issue, you walk to the back.
Yeah.
And then he looks at me and says, stick it.
Stick it.
Stick it.
And I mean, that's what I say. I go, stick it. Who says stick it? And I go, what are you, the Fonz? And then immediately I hear my wife saying, sit down now,
Yeah.
you idiot. You're drunk on a plane.
Yeah.
So I sit down, close my eyes. Now that's when a Make-A-Wish kid walks up and opens the door. I see out of the corner of my eye, looks at the bathroom aghast. Because I don't know if I flushed. I don't know. I was so upset about.
And there's not like water in those toilets
No,
either. It's
there's
just like a
just
duty sitting on
a
some
fucking-
plastic.
It's just
Yeah.
dookie splatted all over.
Just mean. Yeah. So now there's a whole commotion, and I just closed my eyes. And
So the Make-A-Wish
Stop
kid
drinking.
was like upset. He was coming from the bathroom and he was upset that there was poop in there.
no, he walked up to it,
And you're doing that motion. Is that?
Does he have
he's
hand crutches?
hand crutches.
okay.
Yeah.
And he walked up to it, and he was upset.
Oh. Because there was poop in there, probably.
Yeah, and he told the lady.
Well, all these people need to learn the etiquette of flying. Because number one, you go into a bathroom, there's poop in there. What's telling someone going to help? You just flush it and move on. And knocking on a bathroom door in an airplane is like
anywhere.
You should be ejected.
Don't ever knock on the bathroom door or a stall.
I don't want to be in here.
You can tell if it's locked by trying to open it.
But anyway, that was my. I was telling you I can't go to like AA because that can't be my low point. But that was my low point. I'm not. I'm like I barely have touched alcohol since the airport.
Well, it's good to, having not been drunk for, like 6 months now. It's like when you get in confrontations like that,
you're completely coherent.
You have total confidence because you're like, well, I'm not some drunk guy yelling at this person.
And it's such an easy thing to throw where it's like a label on where it's like, you can have a few drinks and be like, no, this isn't because I'm drunk. Like, yes, I have had a few drinks.
Yeah, that's just
I'm still sticking up for
nullified.
myself. Yeah, it's like, oh, you're drunk.
If you've had one beer and you're telling someone like, hey, you're being an asshole, they're like, you're drunk. I saw you drinking. And it's like, well, there you go. Then you're dead in the water.
Yeah.
But now everybody just thinks I'm drunk because I'm screaming at people at the Improv.
Yeah, but Randy, you're drunk all the time though, right?
I do a thing where I'm drunk all the time. Yeah, it's one of my things. I had people that like I knew sort of like. I used to do a show every Saturday at midnight, and every time Saturday was like I had Sundays off, so Saturday was like my night to have a few drinks.
We got really drunk a lot.
Yeah, and but I really, I don't drink that much. Like literally right now, maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once a week. Like I don't drink that much. And when I would go to this show, I would just be treated like I was drunk. Like they couldn't tell me anything. They're like, oh, well, this guy's here. He's drunk. And it's like, well, it is midnight on a Saturday on my day off.
Yeah.
So maybe I've had a few drinks. Yes. Yeah. But it's like, it's so dumb being treated like you're a drunk buffoon when you're not.
Yeah.
It's like,
you would act pretty crazy sometimes.
Yes, but that's like, me. I'm crazy though. Yeah. Like I would get
actually crazy.
Actually, I met Al for the very first time at that same show, and I was wearing a dress.
Yeah.
And I was rolling all over the ground. But I was just having, okay, I get it now. I get I get why they treated me that way.
This guy's drunk.
Cool hat, Brendon.
Oh, yeah. It says where I'm from. It pretty much summarizes my whole existence.
Hey, listener, if you want, you could buy a hat with your name on it and where you're from.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Like,
do you want to say where you got it from?
What is it called? Ingrid? Let me just double check.
And then maybe we should go.
Yeah, we can get out of here.
That's it?
Astrid's Embroidery.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
This is a good amount. I mean, why do people want more than this? People got shit to do.
They always want more. Me and the Randman have a loyal fan base.
I hope people are liking all of the other podcasts on All Things Comedy.
I don't care. I just want them to like ours.
You don't give a shit?
What do I give a shit if people listen to Moshe Kasher and Neil Brennan try and kiss every black guy's ass in America?
That's what their podcast is called, though.
Race traders. Couple of race traders, those guys.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
I can really see Bone Zone having some quality feuds with other podcasts.
Oh, well, let's get it going. Oh, well, actually, Tom Segura, we've had an ongoing feud with him.
We had a feud with them.
Yeah.
Let's pick another let's pick one and just have a feud.
Okay, we'll just call him out.
What do you think?
Who's a good one? Who are
ATC? I'll show you all the... we just put on those Chris Farley's brothers, the Farley brothers. Do you know them at all?
No.
They're nice.
We'll get a feud going with somebody. Oh, you know what I was going to tweet last night, and it's good I didn't.
This is like before the blowout.
This is before, I lost my cool
Improv,
and yelled at everybody. I was just going to tweet Comedy Store comedians or what was it? Comedy Store comics are all garbage?
Yeah, all Comedy Store comedians.
All Comedy Store comedians are garbage.
Yeah.
As a Comedy Store comedian or former Comedy Store comedian, people would freak out.
I know. Well, that's I was like, this is great. This will just get everybody. This will cause such a stir.
Yeah, and then when we were driving home after like you yelling at that lady, it's like it's a good thing I didn't do that. Like,
yeah,
such
that
such
backlash on top of the lady would have been horrible.
I would have been thrown into such a deep depression because, like, I'm pretty good with my temper. I've lost my cool a few times, it's probably like 2-3 times a year. something like that happens where somebody's just been fucking getting to me for a while and then I just snap. But I always feel really bad when I go home.
You can't help but feel
like
bad.
last night.
I felt bad after the smacking the head.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Felt horrible.
But I go home and I was still pretty wound up where I was just, because I did also feel good. Like last night, that set at the Improv was good because I really kind of got a lot out on stage, but it was still a good, like it didn't grind everything to a halt. We're like, oh my God, this guy really hates us. Like they were like, oh, this guy's hilarious and he hates us or something. So I still kind of felt okay. Like that was good. And then I fucking told that lady off.
But the lady in all black with the keys, not knowing if she was an actual manager or something like that, that sort of...
Well, if she was a manager, she should be fucking fired right now because you don't fucking go up to a comedian and be like, excuse me, you offended me? I work here. You offended me.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not like I went up on stage and... Well, and this is another thing which I wish I should have... I wish I would have thought to say this to her was like, oh, you found me offensive? Because the burlesque dancer who went up before me was dressed as Frida Kahlo, the fucking, like one of the most respected artists of the 20th century, goes up with a fucking easel and a unibrow dress. It was total Frida. Like, I mean, it was a good costume. She looked like Frida, but then she gets fucking naked and has like, pom-poms taped to her tits. And it's like, and I even said to Randy sitting in the chair, I was like, this is fucking offensive. Like,
Brendon has to follow that.
That's
well, I have to follow it, but also it's like, why don't you do
Improv doesn't care. I'm telling you, that was not. I've had some epic blowouts there. I've screamed at everyone. I yelled at a guy.
You're more well respected and liked than I am, though.
That's true.
Yeah, you can get away with more.
I mean, goes along.
Yeah, yeah.
The hands.
The hands. It all comes back to the hands.
But also, if you work there. If you do want to talk to someone after their set, you say, hi, I'm this person and I would need to talk to you right now. You know what I mean? You don't leave it open-ended and you don't not introduce yourself.
Do you think you can get a hand job from a really high-end hand model? Like that's a thing.
Oh, what do you call when you get a job as a hand model? What do you call it?
Just
a hand job?
Gig.
Oh, hand gig. Yeah, handwork.
Handwork. I'm doing some handwork later.
Hand job from I think there are a lot of like on their way out hand models that are posting Craigslist ads.
That's got to be sad. Like when the AARP starts calling you to hand model.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
Arthritis is probably
arthritis pills, osteoporosis. Doesn't your wife do some? Her and her friends are always popping calcium pills, right? They're at that age.
Oh my God, my wife. We were showing all of those. My wife has a lot of friends that are older ladies, and my wife is where I'm.
Al and his wife were always trying to set me up with octogenarians.
Oh, really?
Old ladies.
Yeah, all these old women in their 40s.
There are people who are like that's all they like. So
yeah,
Coog life.
Like chubby chasers.
Yeah, except for they're like young dudes who just like old ladies.
What is a party? You can go to a party with a lot of overweight girls. That's like it's all a bunch of like thin guys, and then you can they set up those parties in New York all the time. I heard.
Oh yeah, let's do it next time I'm in New York. Let's go to a fat lady party.
Fat lady party.
But you're saying your wife hangs out with older women?
Yeah, and we try to set them up.
Popping calcium pills. That's Al's wife and her friends sit around. Showing them pictures of Al's hot young friends. Like,
what are the old? How old are old ladies?
Old, over 23.
Over 23?
Yeah.
Ugh, that sounds annoying.
I mean, I think I read somewhere that no girl should be older than 23 or weigh more than 110 pounds. I think it was in a science magazine.
It was in a magazine for
and
sure.
under a 34C too. That's if you got to be under 110 pounds, over a 34C. Boobs, no pubes.
Boobs, no pubes. Yep. That was my platform for a while.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I remember those posters.
I made one of those Obama posters that said boobs, no pubes with my face on it. Boobs, no pubes. Boobs, no pubes. Oh, shit.
That's when we were hanging out at that bikini bar in Austin. Remember when I went to go see you and play piano and at that amazing piano player.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Nice.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Keyboards
is my main. That's my main instrument.
But that's when, and then I was working at Cap City,
Yeah.
and there was a horrible open my feature act that would what was her name?
Oh, should we say her name? I guess,
Who
yeah.
fucking cares?
Joy Goring.
And she pulled her underwear up, and then Brendon in the back of the room goes, "This is fucking horrible," and slams the door, and I'm laughing, and then we went and ate at a restaurant.
Yeah, Bikinis it's called.
Yeah.
There's a
That's
place
nice.
called
That
Bikinis.
was
where the girls-
fun. You made that a fun time. And then
That
the
was
last
fun.
time I went, actually, the last time I went back to Cap City, my whole crowd got maced.
That's right.
Yeah, my whole crowd got
Whole
fucking
crowd?
maced. I was on stage, and somebody's mace went off in their purse like this.
Oh
And
shit!
everyone
Like a
started
fire hose?
coughing, and I started yelling at everybody, "Why the fuck is everybody coughing?"
You're shaming them to the ground.
There's tears.
Oh, and then
snot
I said,
poured out
I
of-
have this recording. I should come. I want to come on and play all these me snapping
let's do it.
recordings because I have so many of them. And
Oh, we got to put that together. Yeah, we'll do it
guys,
episode.
I have a whole string of me losing it.
Email them. We could even talk to you over the phone. We'll
Okay.
call. We'll do it over the phone and play the clips.
I am on stage going, you know what? I'm glad you all got maced. 'Cause you were a shitty fucking crowd. And I'm up here thinking, I wish something bad would happen to all these people. And then here you go. You all got fucking maced. God. Oh, I hated them so much. Yeah, that was a weird place.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
That's a weird club. I don't think I'm going to go back there. I think I'm better off just booking a small room and doing a night.
yeah,
I don't want to do 6 shows at clubs anymore.
me either.
Yeah. Well, you
Sucks.
got the hand model and the Daily Show
Yeah.
stuff. When do you start your weirdo tour with the weirdo show?
The weird crazies.
What is it? It's like, what isn't it called? Like weird.
Oddball.
Yeah, the Oddball tour.
Oddball tour.
It's Al and Flight of the Conchords and Dave Chappelle and
Kristen Shaw.
Kristen Shaw and then
Hannibal.
Garfunkel No Oats.
Garfunkel,
They
no
just
oats.
do
Yeah.
Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
I don't know.
Garfunkel is Kate McCucci.
Is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I think
Who
Garfunkel
knows?
is Ricky
Nobody knows.
Lindholm. Because one time, this is how I separate it. You know how like you can do like righty tighty lefty loosey.
Yeah.
I remember this isn't a good comparison, but one time because
Funky Oatsy.
Kate does used to do like a monthly show, and it was like her audience was like a whole bunch of random creepy singles. Like
Yeah.
it was just a whole bunch of solo dudes who would show up. A lot of them are.
Oh my God, she.
Raincoat.
So many guys want to.
Oh, yeah.
Like she is like guys stalking her.
What's
I'm
like the
sure.
ultimate
Yeah.
like all of those guys think they're the first person to ever discover this unique thing that she
Yeah.
has,
Yeah.
which is like cuteness
Quirky.
and like I think she's beautiful and no one else does. And it's
Yeah.
like no, she's fucking models and like professional dancers. Like
I
she's
slept
doing
with both Garfunkel and Oates.
both of them.
I did. I have.
Brendan's the
separate
only one to
times.
sleep
No.
with both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I
But-
had sex with Ricky Lindholm
Yep.
and if
And
anybody's
Kate
listening,
McCucci.
and Kate McCucci. You can
And I can-
tweet,
yeah.
tweet to them.
And
They'll
I
confirm it.
am a witness. I didn't see it happen, but I was.
But
there.
he knows.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
told Randy right
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Ricky Lindholm made love to her in a hotel,
Yes.
and Kate
Nice
McCucci,
hotel.
we did it at my place. And I've done it multiple times with each one.
With each one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And I will stand by that. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But they would always bring her gifts and stuff or like things to sign. And someone gave her a ukulele. She plays the ukulele. Someone gave her a ukulele covered in oats. Like they had glued, they had
Oh.
glued rolled oats to the whole
Boom.
thing. So
So
I'm
you
like
know.
ukulele covered in oats. Kate McCucci is oats.
Okay.
Close on it.
Yep.
So
All right.
that's the tour Al's doing.
Yep.
Garfunkel no oats.
Garfunkel No Oats. That's what the tour is called.
And Al.
And Al.
Garfunkel, no Oats, and Al.
Do you have anything you want to promote?
Nah.
Yeah. Bosch and Loam. Bosch and Loam. How do you say that?
We're having a
Bosch.
big you guys are the first to hear this, a big all things comedy party at Largo in late August that only fans are invited to.
Oh,
And
that's
you guys-
awesome.
and it's going to be sponsored. I think we get free Paps is sponsoring it.
Okay.
So there's going to be free beer
That's great.
and it's
Largo.
only going to be Bone Zone fans. And
Or
fans
ATC.
who-
No fans from Moshe Kasher and
No,
Neil
there's
Brennan's
gonna be
podcast
fans.
because you don't want that element there.
Am I going to be able to perform on it? I know I'm not the top build.
No, I want you to
comedian
perform
out of
on
all
it. You're
of the
going to come out.
comedians.
We're
I'm
gonna
really
do
funny.
upfront where you go, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, nice.
from you've seen them, you know them from this. Introducing the Bone Zone,
That's great.
and
so
then you guys will come out and do whatever. We're gonna make a video.
So
It'll be a
we'll be
big,
promoting
big
that.
event. Yeah, big event.
we want to do a Bone Zone event in November
We
too.
have a lot of good ideas. You know what else?
Hopefully at a Red Lobster.
Yeah, we want to do it at a Red Lobster.
You can get it.
I think another good idea would maybe be a monthly ATC show. That's just a stand-up show, and it's rotating just ATC comics.
Largo would like to do that.
That'd be really
That would be
cool.
great.
Yeah.
Except no Moshe Kasher, Dave Anthony.
Yeah, we'll
Sam
write all that in.
Tripoli.
You
Yeah,
have to
we'll
name
just
it now.
write it, yeah. I don't want
Most of the guys.
to. Most of the. Yeah, I mean, we could use the All Things Comedy brand.
Should it just
Jason
be Brendon
Tebow.
and
Jason Tebow. Tebow.
I don't even know who that is.
Do you know Tebow?
I don't know. I meet a lot of people.
Know him either. We'll just say that up front.
Yeah, we'll just say
know him
let's not have him either.
What about Tom Segura in your mom's house at Christina Pazitsky?
We can have
Christina.
Segura on there because I would like to have words with him. He's not returning my calls.
That'd be the only way.
I have
to
an
get them in the
ongoing
same room.
lawsuit with
Yeah.
going with him.
All right, I got to get my car before they tow it.
Oh yeah, right.
Thanks,
All right.
Al.
Okay, well, thanks for coming on the Bone Zone, Al.
This is my first
Everybody
Bone
go
Zone.
to almadrigal.net. Al, it's called Comedian Al.
All right.
almadrigal.com.
All right.
And watch him on The Daily Show.
Oh yeah, The Daily Show.
And listen to this song while Randy plays us out.
Come listen while I tell you a tale of a wild, lonely life I lead on the trail. I'm the lonesomest guy, nature's child. Hark, can you hear my song of the wild? Herding the dogies and ornery strays, away in the saddle I sway singing.